Hello, 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 beautiful people. Thank you for joining me. My name is Helen R. Giroux, and I run a business called Helen Aha. And it's very exciting times for the business because we are beginning to elevate global female leaders who are specializing in health, well-being, and wellness through our movement called Women of Truth. And today I'm here to share with you 3 important things that you can do to boost your visibility and publicity. Now, if you know a little bit about me or you've seen anything about what we're doing, you would know that we have a very strong push to try and be salutogenic. What do I mean? To be women with a solution to help other women, but also to solve this problem of more visibility by women to the whole community by providing opportunities on our platform and with our 21 media partners for women to boost their visibility and publicity if they are experts in feminine health, wellness, and well-being. So let me tell you a little bit about Women of Truth first, then I'll tell you why you should listen to me and what I have to say about all of that and why I'm so passionate about it. And then I will tell you about these 3 ways that you can definitely boost your visibility right now. And I actually have a special bonus promotional offer for you. If you're interested to take it up, you'll hear about it at the end of this half hour. We're only going for about 20 minutes or more, 20 minutes or a little more, because I'm really holding up the mental health challenge to have our time online be a little bit more efficient and a little bit less time span so that we get the job done more efficiently without getting Zoom fatigue. So here we go. Today is all about visibility and lead generation. As a professional, whatever it is you do, whether it's running a business or having written a book, or whether you've worked many hours as a medical practitioner or a coach, or you're starting out your career, these 3 tips are really going to help you. And I'm so passionate about them because I have done extensive, laborious research into gender inequality. And I'm sure you've noticed that one of the big challenges right now is decision making. We don't have enough women making decisions for our society, for our youth, for our health. We have a lot of women entering the health profession, but really a small percentage, I think it's around 24% of women are in senior roles in healthcare, even though they dominate the profession, meaning there are more women in healthcare than men, and more than they've ever been because there are more medical students entering into medicine and finishing than there are male students. What does that tell us? That without women in senior roles, we can't change policy. We can't put certain things on the agenda that need attention that get neglected when men are deciding for whatever reason. It also means that we as women looking to support more females and their womanly wisdom to go out to more women cannot make certain campaigns happen in that way. And we can see now that we have a really serious problem with gender-based violence, and it's very common that that is inflicted upon more women than men. And so we have special things we need to be doing around women's health who will ultimately become the reasons why a woman can offer herself as a healthy and supportive mother in the future. So it's in all of our interest to revolutionize the future of women's health by providing more and more opportunities for women to be out there, visible, and sharing their wisdom with the world. So at Women of Truth, you can hear about me, and my passion now is a brilliant way for us to begin to build the credibility, the authority, and also the truth about feminine wellness and what I'm calling the new femininity. We are developing panels of health experts every year that will focus on their niche area that has to do with body-mind integration and a place where spirit meets science for us to have more important discussions about how to fit all the pieces together and make sure that we are making very specific choices for our future as women and as female experts. Now, if you're not an expert and you're starting off your career, I said these 3 tips would help you, and I definitely want you to try them out and see, no matter where you are in your career, there are really great opportunities that we are offering through our networks and partnerships. And in fact, we have a special one that we're offering if you're on the call today. And it's an extra bonus one. And why you should listen to me about this is because I've spent the last 25 years as a clinical psychologist, really realizing the complex way that serving an audience and serving a community is now playing out in the world in a way more refined and complex way than before. So we've got digital media to contend with. We've got an online positioning that we have to establish. We've got a certain expertise or authority level that we have to communicate in the online space. So branding and personal branding is a very good way to do that, but it needs very strategic decision making. In fact, I spent a long time working with publicists myself to promote the conferences I started in 2015 here on the island of Cyprus, where I live, where the island is devoted to the goddess Aphrodite, my mother's name as well, but also a stretch of mythology and psychology that I studied in my career development that helped me to understand there's a much deeper and more diverse way to understand feminine empowerment. And in fact, after all the complaining and all the problems that we have with female representation in decision making and women being out there and having senior roles like I was talking about before, I decided I wanted to do something myself about it. And that meant I needed to know what it looks like to promote someone, to bring them into the public eye. And I started developing a lot of intellectual property, special online courses, and a membership program for women to learn how to build their visibility, but how to also make the psychological and emotional steps they need to make in order to be ready for that, to be accepting of it, not only to accept opportunities, but also to generate new ones for themselves. Because if you have a psychological block about being visible, or you're struggling a little bit with the celebrity type fame and fortune ideas that go around being in the public eye, you might actually unconsciously sabotage it. So being visible is one thing, being successfully visible is another thing. And being able to open your channels to be able to radiate your knowledge and really get the kind of traction you need is something you need to work on a little bit, especially if you're shy or an introvert or you're not used to it or you haven't had role models around you doing it. It does take something. But more than this, I realized that there are also collectively amongst all of us women, ways that we can help each other, that we can raise each other up. You can go and read that article I wrote on LinkedIn about it and understand that when women do this, they are in a very healthy feminine power. And this is what we need to cultivate and develop. Now, if you're an expert and you've already established your career and you've got years of practice behind you, you are the kind of person we are looking for, because we look for 20 of these women every year. From 15 to 30 years of experience, we are looking for women that have a range of knowledge and a range of experience around women's health, and or they can pivot their message towards women's health for our project together, and we develop then a partnership with you, if that's you, for about a year. We promote you for a year, and we have very special partners that are conscious media professionals that are also on certain platforms positioning their work around the spiritual development and around emotional and psychological well-being, and others that are very much devoted towards putting women in speaking positions or on podcasts, others who work with media magazines and with putting women on the cover of magazines, and many, many, many more that all involve themselves to give you what I heard the publicists tell me about publicity. What I heard them say, I remember when I met recently another publicist in the Netherlands, is that we need 5 to 6 publicity moments a year in order for somebody to remember you or your brand. Now that means the 3 ways I'm giving you are the job halfway done. What you need to do is find another 3, or maybe you want to work with us or come and visit our group on Tuesdays, where we will introduce you to a brilliant visibility offer or tip every single week on a Tuesday. And or you jump on our list and you'll have even more than that, speaking opportunities and amazing group offerings that we give to our members of pre-qualified entrepreneurs, leaders, and speakers in our Women of Truth Yin group. And if you take up our offer today, you will also be able to be involved in our networks. And we have over 25,000 connections in our networking, but in our Women of Truth qualified group, we have about 800 women. So we work in niche ways to bring very important messaging out and the deeper truth about ourselves and health. So let me get to it. What are these 3 ways that you can practice? The first one is to be able to promote yourself in a group. Is a very personalized way to get your message out there. And we have that offer for you on a Friday. It's free. And as I mentioned, there are 850 pre-qualified group members in this group. So you're very welcome to come into the group. You need to answer 1 out of 3 questions, or all 3 if you like. And that's a way to get onto our list if you're interested in more refined communication and offers. And then once you're in the group, we will give you free access on Fridays to post and present whatever you like. It can be your Instagram account, it can be an event that you're busy with, it can be your personal mission or vision for the work you do, it can be a photo about you and what you do, you can put in any links, anything you like on a Friday. And we have very specific visibility offers on Tuesdays, as I mentioned. And then I talked about the very important opportunity that you can have with us as a bonus. And the bonus ties into what I'm about to tell you now. So every Monday at the beginning of the month, we have what's called a Women of Truth Assembly. Now, if you are someone that is interested in health and in a career direction way, not just as personal interest, but if you've started positioning your career towards it, or you have something to say about it, or you work in that sector, we would love to talk to you about women's health and about the key point is integrative women's health. What can you tell us from your work about that? If you are on the call today, you will have this opportunity to present and promote that. And that would mean that you give us all your information so that we can decide about whether or not you are going to be interested in a presentation. So if you book your panel, you will be able to come on one of those Mondays and give us an opportunity to get to know about you and your expertise. So how will you do that? There's a jot link that will be put under this video. And if you're watching, you need to tell me what the secret code word is. And the secret code word is visible now. Yeah, visible now is the code word. And when you are entering into your jot form, you need to put that word somewhere so that I know that you are on this call, and that would give you primary access to be on the panel. Otherwise, we select and we take whoever we can and waitlist everybody else. So we will give you priority for that. That's your bonus today. The second tip that I have for you is already something I mentioned, but I want to explain it a bit more. It's the visibility offers every Tuesday that you can take up in our group. Now, we post from our partners for this month and February. I'll be sharing with you one of our partners called Women Lines that works on 8 platforms to promote you to 100,000 people around the world. And we know that they are doing a special promotion for books and a special promotion for up-and-coming entrepreneurs or people that are entrepreneurs looking to network, and then something else, a third opportunity where you can be interviewed on their platform. These are 3 different offers. As an example, every 2 weeks, I will be sharing something from Women Lines in the next 2 months. So you can take any one of these offers. Some of them are unpaid, some are paid at a very low cost, and you can benefit from wonderful opportunities like this. The other thing happening on Tuesdays in our group is the visibility offers are also sometimes around how to leverage your community, how to do social media boosting, for example. So these are low price point packages that are boosting your visibility and publicity, giving you higher engagement and giving you a personalized approach in your work. This is such a key point. The third tip for you today is to write an article for one of our 5 magazines. We have 5 magazine partners. You can find out about them next Wednesday. I'll be sharing more about those. And you can present your information, your knowledge in an article, which is going to be about an A4 page. And there's no opportunity there to promote yourself directly, but you are establishing your credibility and authority by writing that article. There are options to put it in Holistic Bliss magazine and to put it in Ladies in Business magazine if you are an expert in one of their topic titles. Now, you need to check our group to see what the listings are. We have on Tuesdays, again, all our media partners and their offers presented to you. These are free opportunities to put your work in their magazines. They have very special demographics. Ladies in Business works in United Arab Emirates and in the United Kingdom and the African diaspora, whereas Holistic Bliss is based in the US and Australia. Very beautiful global opportunities for you to get your message out there. I want to thank you for being with me on the call. I thank everybody that partners with me during this beautiful journey of Women of Truth to bring all this women's wisdom to the world and to elevate global female leaders, because without the partnership and collaboration with what I call power partners or power partnerships, we wouldn't be able to raise each other up. And that's such an important part of divine feminine leadership, is to know that you are in service of your community and your collective, and they are in service to you. And this changes everything about doing business. It changes your mindset. It changes your emotional well-being during the journey of hard trials and tribulations as an entrepreneur. And it also reminds you of the spiritual truth that we are one. We are actually all connected, and whatever we do affects each other. Whatever we do affects other people, and whatever they do affects us. We work very hard at times to put good, clean boundaries around what we're doing, but at other times we also merge, connect, bond, and expand together. I teach and train a lot of these subjects, so if you're interested in more of these webinars or more information around spirituality in business, or what I call becoming a paradigm shifter or an evolutionary for these times, or maybe you're interested in some of our up-and-coming summits on extra visionary status, we'll be doing very special promotional events to let you know about all this great content, because we work with leaders from all around the world. And let me tell you, there are some exciting and amazing people around the world. So I'll be inviting a very special guest keynote speaker called Larissa Miller, who is the CEO of Phoenix Global, to talk to us about what it's like to be a CEO in business now and a woman, and what it requires to become a true decision maker that has great impact in the world, and how we as women need to really work on ourselves in order to expand beyond our low self-esteem, our doubt, and our sometimes even counteracting aggressive alpha type competition behavior with men in order to succeed in corporate settings. So that is an extra visionary summit in May, which really calls businesswomen to the ground, to the forum for us to then discuss about how women in business can really improve their impact and remain healthy and keep the life balance really strong and succeed in bringing a whole new level of femininity to business. So that's going to be every single day in May from the 20th to the 30th. Every day I'll have a guest. That's 10 female guests who are leaders in business themselves, and Larissa Miller is the keynote. And then in October, we have the Women of Truth conference here in Cyprus, which I invite all my experts to, and anyone else who wants to join. We have incredible women coming to speak about health and progressive revolutionary health for women. And we have a wonderful mastermind and a retreat after that. So if you are one of our up and coming health speakers, a good way to start, if you would like to be rather, is to actually enter into this panel discussion with me on the assembly. So I will put that Jotform link here. Remember, the code word is visibility now. When you fill in that Jotform, give me your keywords so that I know that you were on this call. And remember those 3 tips, I'll recap them. First one, promote yourself free in our group and many others if you can find them on Facebook. Fridays for us, Women of Truth, Yin is the group. I'll put that link in the bio as well. Second is make sure that you visit the Tuesday special media visibility publicity offers. There are many of them. And if you want, get on our email list because there are way more exclusive ones there too. Third, write an article about your area of expertise and then let me have it, send it to me, send me a message on any of my pages, and I will make sure that it gets sent to the right place. I will give you the information to go straight to the editor, and you need to then pitch your article to be published. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Every Wednesday, I'll be doing one of these webinars, sharing more and more tips for you. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.